and he picked me up and like swung me around like a figure skater, like woo! Wow! This guy, and he's right here right now. Please give it up for the real deal, Joel Davis. Joel.
Wakefield, Rhode Island. How's everybody tonight? Good. Can I get a whoop, whoop? All right. So last time I was never been in Wakefield, Rhode Island. Last time I was in Rhode Island, I was in West Warwick, Rhode Island, and I went to the Donna Del Santo. It was a modeling agency. I was trying to do commercials. What the fuck is this thing? Hold on a second. Let me move this out of the way here. All right. Always something fucking going on, you know what I mean? So I just keep it real. What a good looking crowd here tonight. Let's hear it for the people. When I was in West Warwick, Rhode Island, I went to the Rhode Island modeling agency with Donna Del Santo. I was learning commercials and learning modeling. It's the last time I've been out around. From Massachusetts. Born and raised in New York. I'm just saying, you know. But now I ended up here in Wakefield, Rhode Island. Think that's funny? Yeah. It is funny. But at the modeling agency, I learned a lot. I learned how to do commercials. I did a commercial for Claiborne Cologne, and I also did a commercial for Kent Shoes. And both commercials I did never made it. They both sucked. But I gave it a shot. You give it a shot. But I did learn something in the modeling agency, and it was how to like walk the runway as a model. So I'm going to show you all what I learned. You 1, 2, 3, 4, pivot. 1, 2, 3, 4, pivot, and this would be absolutely nothing. Because I wasn't tall enough to be a model. They told me, Joel, you're not a runway model, but we might have a job for you. I said, what's the job you have for me? They said, we're going to put you in the Bristol Day Parade. Yeah, it is kind of funny. But I thought I had my break. So after 6 months training at the modeling agency, I was in the Bristol Day Parade. I was the guy waving the American flag. You remember that? 1997? Yeah. I didn't get paid too much. I thought I made it. Once I knew I got a gig, you know what I mean? I didn't care what it was. They said, Joel, you're going to be in the Bristol Day Parade. I knew it was a big parade, right? It's a big parade? Oh, yeah. Oldest 4th of July parade, yeah. In the country. Oh, wow, I feel a little better about that now. So I waved the flag. And I did my thing, and I said, damn, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it as a model. I'm going to make it as an actor. I thought I had this all set. And then what happened was when I went to go get paid and finishing up the day after waving the flag in the Bristol Day Parade, I ended up finding out the payday was supposed to be good. The gentleman that was paying me was in an office. It was in a trailer in the back. And when I went out to the back, he said, Joel, you did a great job. He said, what size are you? I said, what? That's funny shit, isn't it? He was looking at me inappropriately, too. I'm like, what do you mean, what size am I? I'm Italian. I mean, I'm above average. I mean, he said, no. He says, are you small, medium, large, extra large? I said, well, I'm probably at least large, He gave me a 93.3 t-shirt, and that was my payday for that modeling. Yeah. That's kind of embarrassing. I just feel so glad I got that off my chest in Wakefield, Rhode Island. I had to come all the way up here. 30 years later, I finally told everybody what happened. I was trying to keep it on the DL, you know what I mean? I don't want anybody to know that I kind of failed at that, but I give it a shot. Now, I'm a former professional wrestler. So does anybody know anything about professional wrestling in here? Professional wrestling, sports entertainment, this guy in the back? All right, so I'm gonna ask, if no one knows who this wrestler is, and I'm not gonna do the impersonation, but if anybody knows him, I'll do the impersonation in my experience with this pro wrestler. Being a pro wrestler, it's a tough gig. You get beat up a lot, you travel a lot, the outcome is rigged. It is rigged. I hate to tell you. It is, it's rigged, They know the winner before they could. I've done it for 18 years, I should know. I should have, 18 years, thank you. I'm surprised I'm still standing here. I used to have Blue Cross Blue Shield, right now I have nothing. So, does anybody ever hear of the Superfly Jimmy Snuka? The Superfly? I had one yo. This guy, the same guy. All right, you go to Superfly. I'm going to do the impersonation anyways. Maybe everybody will get like a kick out of it. No one else knows who Superfly Jimmy Snuka is. One other guy?
Oh, yeah.
That guy knows him? I know in Wakefield, Rhode Island. I know this is kind of a rich area. There's no like street lights and shit. I don't know. I mean, I'm coming out here. It took me almost 2 hours. But I like the energy in this building. I'm going to do the impersonation of the Superfly. Now, the Superfly had a lot of hair. He was from the Fiji Islands. He was a madman. He broke cinder blocks with his forehead. When I got to Revere, Massachusetts, they said, Joe, you're wrestling the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka. I said, oh shit, I'm going to get my ass kicked. This guy was a madman, the Superfly. You remember him? WWF, right? Who's the other one of the dude? You remember the Superfly?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Top rope.
Top rope, huh? So now, the Superfly Jimmy Snuka and myself, we're out after the match. It's after party. You know, like when you go somewhere out, like an after party, you have a few drinks. So me and the Superfly are there. And the Superfly seen that I was with one of the valets, beautiful blonde. I like blondes. I mean, I'll be honest, I like blondes. I mean, I like brunettes too, and redheads. But I like blondes. I don't know why. I just like blondes. So the valet was a blonde. And she was sitting with me, and she had a big rack. Can I say rack? Right. I don't want to offend anybody. You look pretty serious. She had a big set of tits. And Jimmy Snuka was talking with me. But Jimmy was talking to me. But Jimmy wasn't looking at me. He was looking at the valet's tits. And And I said, Jimmy, brother, I said, how did I do tonight, man? I said, you're a tough opponent. You're a main event guy. I'm a rookie. He said, brother, only you can do what you do, brother. I'm like, Jimmy, I'm over here. Jimmy. I know, but he's looking right at her tits the whole time. Only you can do what you do, brother. So, you don't know Jimmy, so it wasn't too funny. All right, so I got one more. Thank you, Poppy. Let's hear for Poppy. This lady just got back from the West Coast. She's got some great energy. Let's hear it for the Pumphouse in Wakefield, Rhode Island. Now, what I do on the side, I do stand-up comedy. I've got some good paydays. One night I got paid $10 a couple months ago. So I'm ready to retire from my regular job. But what I really do is I'm a hustler. I buy storage units and I buy estates. So I buy, you do that too? Wait, what's so funny?
We were just talking about storage units.
You were? You watch it on television? You were just talking about it? I buy that stuff, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit in those places. You want to try it? I can help you out after. Okay. I'm just saying, it's not the greatest job in the world, but that's what I do. I do that on the side. Storage Wars. You go to Storage Wars. So, they boom, boom, boom. So anyway, I like handicapped people. I love handicapped people. As a pro wrestler, I always take time with the handicapped, the mentally ill, people in wheelchairs. I always took time with them. And I don't know, that's just me, And that's just the way I roll. So I have a neighbor that is handicapped. He's about 35 years old, but he's got a mentality of about 10 years old. And he knows that I get a lot of stuff, including Hot Wheel cars. Yeah. And the Toy Story, remember the Woody? Toy Story Woody, and like the guy with the hat and stuff and all that. So he knows that I pull up. He's not stupid. He lives on the first floor. All right? So just so you know, if you start doing storage wars, you got to put up with this shit. All right? Just so you know, this happens. People want free stuff, like jewelry and like motorcycle helmets. And my ex-girlfriend from Puerto Rico, all she liked was jewelry. I'm single, by the way, if anybody's single. I got a couple laughs anyways. I'm not really looking for a date here. I tried online dating, it didn't work. The first chick I met, she was there an hour before me. She ordered guacamole, 3 margaritas, guacamole on the face. I came in. I said, what's going on? She said, I'm all sick. Can you pick up the tab? That doesn't work. So going back to that story, so this young man lives on the first floor, so he see me come in. Like I come in with a truck. I got like 7, 8 guys that work for me under the table. And we come in, we unload the truck. So he sees that I get the Hot Wheel cars and all that stuff, the Toy Stories and all those. And I bring all that stuff into him and I say to him, hey, here you go. You can have this. You can have this. You can have... Oh, Joel, you're a good guy. Joel, you're a good guy. I'm like, okay. And his mother says, oh, he loves you. You know, you're a great guy. And then about a month goes by. I come back with another buy I made, right? Pulled in. Joel, you're a good guy. Joel, you're a good guy. I'm like, this guy is, he's fond of my heart, and I'm glad I gave him all these gifts. And that's all he says. I said to his mother, I said, does he talk? No, he doesn't talk. He just says a few words. He kept on saying, Joel, you're a good guy. About 4 weeks go by, I pull up. I didn't have nothing for him at all. I pull in. He's at the window like this. He opens up the window. I had nothing for him. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. I pull up. I walk up the stairs. He looks at me like this. He says, fucking asshole. Thank you, Wakefield, Rhode Island. My name is Joel Davis. Good night. Thank you.